with the center of the group, all right? No wandering off.
Drop where?
That was fun. I want to stomp more of the small, dirty two legs.
The younglings are a nuisance. But the road would not be the same without them. Thank you.
We did it.
That was too close. Timora, smile on us.
I'm your lummox.
Yes.
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
For anything.
We did it.
What do you think of opening a cart in Baldur's Gate?
Give me a kiss.
A cart? Like on the street?
Exactly. Noble types won't want a tiefling cooking for them. The common
I'm
folk.
your lummox.
Can't sound.
Yes, you are.
We didn't die today. Tomorrow, perhaps, but not today. Thanks to you.
Separated or need to break camp fast, remember. Find the river and follow it downstream.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
We couldn't have held them back on our own. Thank you.
Back to worrying about road rations it is. So many mouths to feed, but, well, that's not a bad problem to have. Thank you, truly. This lot better get used to berries. This lot better get used to berries.
All that fuss and for what? I barely call that a fight.
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change. I'm sick of running from those rats.
If there's fighting, you run, and you do not stop. For any time.
Do you think we'll stay in Baldur's Gate long?
Of course. It's a big city, lots of opportunity.
But El Terrell?
Don't let that place cast a shadow on your head forever.
I guess things are already better. I've learnt a lot.
There we go, boy. Now, back to packing.
If we get separated or need to break camp fast, remember. Find the river and follow it downstream.
Do you need help, Icaron?
No, I've got it.
Don't be breaking your back before we get to Baldur's Gate.
I won't. I'm not 10 anymore.
Don't I know it? But there's 2 more boxes after this one.
There's collectors in the city. They'll take good coin for it, I swear.
Fine, but you're carrying it yourself.
If there's fighting, you run, and you do not stop. For anything.
By the trees. I don't know what I dreaded more, but you've solved both those problems in one go. Well, to each their own.
Still breathing, despite everything.
By the trees, but you've solved both those problems in one go. As am I. And I'm sure those poor
Sharp as ever.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Exactly. Noble types don't want a tiefling cooking for them. The common folk. Until we make the coin for a proper ox, maybe.
I sought strength in the shadows. May Sylvanas forgive me.
At least you recognize your mistake. This is a beginning. A small one.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
An error most grave, Master. I beg your grace.
Grace is bestowed by nature, not me. You will stay as a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, the natural order of things. It is up to you to prove the lessons have been learned once more.
So as you say. And so it is done, Master.
A misjudgment. One that should weigh heavily upon her. But the Grove still needs her passion. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The Grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. Tomorrow morning, we shall discuss what is to come.
Healing can begin.
Do not forget who invited those shadows. You have much to learn still.
This is only the beginning. An army soon crosses the coast. With Halcyon back, at least the Grove might stand a chance. And we've you to thank.
Goblins at our gates. You spared us a nightmare.
Indolence breeds madness.
He's back. You brought Halcyon back.
No one stopped me yet.
Goblins at our gates, in our home. Sylvanas, mercy.
You saved a holy place from desecration. Thank you.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Don't you smell it? The monsters are gone, and the air is fresh with new beginnings.
I didn't think we'd survive the goblins. I kept imagining the screams, the blood.
After everything that's happened, you still fought beside us. I don't know if we deserved your help, but I'm glad we got it.
No! It's gone! My coin is gone!
Never a dull moment.
I wasn't sure about you at first. Thought you might be trouble. I was very wrong.
Speak.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Well met.
You've done it.
You brought Halcyon back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanus bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task. To be expected. I'm glad you survived intact. And I promised you a reward, didn't I? Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
You're starting to feel like my personal bodyguard. I wish you were.
Action, not reaction.
Quiet at last. Don't interrupt it.
No time to rest.
I think it's high time you all left. Our sacred grove has sheltered you enough. The dignity of the grove comes first. It cannot be tended to if its custodians are dead. Besides, you survived. I'll not apologize for my actions. I assure you, the feeling is mutual.
You did this grove a great favor. And now leave the rest to us.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
There was so much noise out there. I'm glad you're okay.
No one back home will ever believe this.
I was certain your parasite had taken hold. I'm glad I was wrong. Thank you for saving Master Halcyon. For saving my home. For everything. I am sorry for that, but the whole grove was at risk. I was sure we wouldn't live to see the morrow. Glad I was wrong.
Excellent choice.
All is ash and meat.
Vlaakith's will be done.
Looking ahead.
Enjoy the respite. Come morning, we have matters to discuss. Soon. First, I must set matters to rights in... After being dawn tomorrow morning, we shall discuss what is to come. This goes some way to explaining her actions. But she has been punished already, and thank you for your diligence. And yet save it you did. I am grateful, no matter what your motivations. The journey to Moonrise Towers, but that's tomorrow's problem. Take...
If there's fighting, you run, and you do not stop. For anything.
We're ready to head to your camp. Are you? Excellent. Lead the way.
Oh, make a dragon!
No, no, an owlbear.
Pursue nothing.
Toddlers are easier to please than you lot.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for? Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd. Something like that. I was taught to reject anything that distracted from Shah. But there'll be time for penance later. Share a bottle with me? We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off. Best not keep me waiting. I'd prefer not to entertain myself.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful. True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine.
It's a heavy, rich red. Dry and sharp.
See what I mean? Awful. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask? By the hells. Sex, my dear. A night of passion. Not with you, just to be clear. I mean, can you imagine? Ugh, no. Anyway, don't let me keep you. I'm sure you have someone else to sniff around.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
You know, I never thought I'd enjoy myself. There's a worm in my brain, hunters on my trail, and all I've got to drink is wine that tastes like vinegar. That means I have to survive tonight. And this party. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask? Don't be so sour. I like a good time as much as anyone. You know, we could always make our own entertainment, darling. Get a little closer, so to speak. What? Please. Will you now? Don't take too long. You're not the only tasty morsel here.
A hero at heart.
Still in control. Just...
Have you ever fought a goblin before?
Would you look at this place? All these people, happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with good potations, too. Not so much. You spend the whole time avoiding swords and schemes. Plus, people just get nastier as the night wears on. I tried to make friends at first. Learned my lesson fast. Better to keep to yourself in hell. Fuck yes! I'm celebrating my freedom, and our friendship, and these folks' bright future besides. All I need now is a fire-retardant lover to get lost in till sunrise. I like you too. A lot. I'm sure you know that by now. Oh, gods. You know I want that more than fucking anything. I'll come find you when the others have gone to bed. Wait up for me, all right? Yes.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful. True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine. I'm just looking for a little more excitement, a little more fun. Don't be so sour. I like a good time as much as anyone. You know, we could always make our own entertainment, darling. Get a little closer, so to speak. And here I mistook you for someone with taste. A pity. But have it your way. I'm happy to entertain myself.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Nyogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness.
I smell their blood on you still. I smell your moisture. How torturous for us both that I'll never get a taste.
Oh, but do enjoy yourself this night. I intend to myself.
Sharp as ever.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow. I'm sure there are. You strike me as extremely... resourceful. But there are many grateful people here who want to spend time with you. I must not keep you all to myself, as enjoyable as that may be. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here. Enjoy yourself tonight.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could
Go on
have.
now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow. Later, perhaps. Don't worry about me. A night under the stars amidst nature's creation is just what I need after being locked up in the Goblin's dungeon. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
Aha, there you are. Come now, settle in. I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night. But I am engaged in celebration of the purest form. Commemoration. If we are to write your legend in the stars, then we must first give you a name. That ballad was but a crude preview, a frame without its crowning jewel, your nom de guerre. Something iconic, but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk, after all. I intend this tale to enrapture all. Not to meddle in your side of this partnership, but slaying goblins is not exactly the stuff of legends, is it? After all, I'm quite certain I once saw one expire from the strain of spelling his own name. No, I'm afraid that won't do. You shall simply have to go out and slay something decidedly more dramatic. Away and
Beautiful night, don't you think? Nothing like a brush with destruction to make one appreciate the majesty of a celestial canvas. It's a view I would once have shared with my companion, though definitely unaccompanied by such revelry. She preferred it when we were alone, curled up before a crackling hearth with some ancient, esoteric tome between us. Ink glinting in the firelight.
Lost nose. No!
Tara is not any cat. She's a Tressum. And given your confusion, I'm guessing you've never met one. They're brilliant creatures. Fine company for any self-respecting wizard. She'd be most impressed by our efforts saving these tieflings. Proud, even. And I've given her little to be proud of recently. After I was afflicted with my condition, and locked myself in my tower for an entire year. I was inconsolable, wallowing in my self-inflicted tragedy. I've given up on myself, but Tara never did. It was her encouragement, her research that led me to my treatment. Once we knew that magically infused items were the key, she went out to find them for me. She saved my life. After so long being cared for by someone else, it feels good to have repaid the favor. Not directly to Tara, but to these poor tieflings. I'm sure she would approve. You remind me of her somewhat. An expression you both share. When she gives in to her more feline qualities. A mouse trapped beneath her paw. Wish she were here for me to make a formal introduction. But I would never ask her to undertake such a journey. She's safer at home. Besides, she was always telling me I needed to spread my wings, so to speak. Find mortal friends instead of hanging onto Mistra's coattails. So that's what I'm doing. I hope. Very funny. But as we all know, nymphs are sticklers when it comes to their bathing routines. You, my friend, haven't been near a fresh spring in a 10-day or more. Not that I don't appreciate your musk. Actually, rather like it. Well, this seems as good a time as any for me to stop babbling on. Right. Understood. You shall hear no more on the subject from me. Consider this budding romance thoroughly nipped. Go. Indulge in the frivolities. They're good for the...
Lost in thought.
Go down and see the water.
What for? It's all dark and muddy.
Private, too.
Do you mind? I'm very busy. I'm flattered, but I think not. It's not... I have stand...
Played at the ready.
I hope you're not here to beg. Funny.
Eager for battle.
Don't forget our little agreement. As soon as things quiet down here...
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together.
No. Let them have fun. I'll be ruining it come morning anyway.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk.
Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone.
There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek? Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
Hey, you soldier. I think everyone's asleep. May I? Hello, you. I've been waiting for this all night. Isn't it mad? How good life is. Thank the gods. I was afraid I was the only one. 10 years is a long time to be trapped in the hells. 10 years without a kind word. A touch. When I look at you, I feel real again. Alive. Gods, I want to ride you till you see stars. Guess not. I just feel what I feel. No sense hiding it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't tease you, or myself. I'd give anything to touch you, but I can't. Not until I can be sure I won't burn you. Sleep on it, maybe. If you've thought of something by morning, I'd love to know. For now, it's enough just to know you care enough to try.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger. I won't be held accountable just because you're naive enough to expect easy answers. Now, allow me to continue. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls. So it seems, though I don't know how. You'll have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers. Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse. Anything is preferable to risking the Shadow Curse. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned. I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her. I need her to stay focused on her training. The Grove will need a skilled healer in my absence. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence. Resentment will spring up like mushrooms no matter what I do. You cannot please everyone, and you'd be a fool to try. Now, we've quite the journey ahead. Best get started.
Do not be so impatient to move on as Halsin. As ever, the Githyanki Kresh remains our priority.
Yes?
Speak.
Oakfather's blessings to you. Everything in your mind has been destroyed from what I gathered. And from the path I see you on, you are doing well at picking up the pieces. I am here to be your ear as you bear your burdens, and the arms that protect you if you can shoulder them no more. I believe you when you tell me that your symptoms do not wholly align with the makings of the parasite. But until we remove it, I doubt we will be able to isolate the rest of your troubles. The Oakfather must have blessed you to make it this far. Or another eye above. If I had my fleet of druids and a month of hard research, perhaps I could help. But I'm no savant. For now, I can only guarantee a cure for ceramorphosis.
Go ahead. I'm listening. If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Well met.
Ready and willing.
Yes?
Intestines throb, blood whispers.
What are you thinking about? Looks like your troops all trooped up. You'll need to send someone packing if you want me to join. Now we're talking.
May the darkness protect you. Fine. What's on your mind? I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
Was a time I tussled with hill giants without breaking a sweat. Now, a mere werebear could swat me halfway to arm.
Strange things are happening to us. What festers in our minds may well impel our bodies.
Safe. For now.
I admire your courage, Gale.
Thank you. Any particular reason?
Between the orb and the bug, you've got more than your fair share of unwelcome passengers.
What can I say? Mother always told me to be a gracious host.
Two steps at a time.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done. The journey specifically. Any who linger are... You long ago. If you can find this place, I'll wager... And I've long sought to return to Maysel.
Do not be...